Heartbreak, eh? A pain that everyone agrees is awful. Food literally tastes like ash in our mouths. And it's true, life sucks during a breakup. You feel like this is it, this is the pain that is well and truly going to kill me off. And if you lived with that person, all of a sudden you feel off balance because the house is lonely, the bed is lonely, your phone doesn't ring anymore. Well, let me help you through your heartache. Stay tuned. Hey there, I'm Danny DeSilves and I help newbies of self-development end toxic cycles by diving deep into their identity and learn to get ahead in life. And I have had my fair share of heartbreak too, specifically heartbreak when I had an anxious attachment trauma. So let's dive in. The very first thing to start getting over this person is to be aware of the euphoric recall. Sounds fancy, right? In psychology, the euphoric recall means exaggerating someone's qualities and downplaying the negatives. Remember, something went wrong in this relationship, otherwise you guys would have not broken up. So you have to be honest, and I know it hurts, but you have to take the time to journal or talk out loud to a friend why they were not the best partner for you and why you were not the best person for them. Were you meeting each other's needs? This is the time to bring up those red flags. Maybe they couldn't fight for you because they were lacking somewhere. And remember, you did your best. You did your best with the skills that you have learned so far, your trauma wounds. You could have not played this relationship out any different, and you should not feel bad for your wrongdoings. So what if you were a little bit bossy, a little bit high maintenance, and you got jealous easily? Understand this. You tried hard with all of the resources that you currently have. There's nothing else you could have done right now. I've got to be honest with you guys, you have to be ready for those lonely moments. The last time I went through a breakup, I couldn't really find online advice to help me heal that chronically broken feeling. I was not prepared for the moment of happiness that would catch me off guard. It's usually those moments that you want to share something amazing with an ex because, well, they were your best friend at one point. It could be something that you have achieved at work. Maybe you've even come across a butterfly and you're like, oh, let me take a picture. But all of a sudden you think, I have no one to share these moments with. And that's when it also settles in that you are now single and you are no longer dating Jason, so you can't send him that meme. So of course you are going to get sad when you watch sad movies and listen to breakup songs, but it's the happy moments that you have to be prepared for. And this also includes when you see old friends and family members that don't know about the breakup. Naturally they're going to ask, so how is Jess doing? And that's when you have to say, we actually broke up a couple of weeks ago. Now, these moments are going to happen and they are going to be so unexpected, so be very mindful of that. The next step is to invest in a worthwhile distraction. That's right. During heartbreak, you want to spend time with others. Otherwise, you begin to obsessively think about your ex. And it's healthy to see your friends and family. Talk to them about the breakup. They are there for you. Just remember that you cannot distract yourself from the heartbreak. Going out partying, engaging in lots of sex, abusing drugs, and these are all pointless distraction mechanisms to stop you from feeling that pain. But let's face it, you are going to end up spending lots of money, feeling more shame, feeling guilt than what you did to start off with. So you have to find something that's going to be a distraction, a temporary one, but also healthy. You might be thinking, I could do something every single night of the week and I won't feel sad. But you have to actually feel that pain to get over an ex. It doesn't matter if you book an expensive holiday to France or if you go traveling for 6 months. That pain of the heartbreak will still creep up on you, so make sure you're doing something healthy. Now, a great quote from the DBT workbook is, you cannot avoid pain, you can only control how much it hurts you. So invest in something productive and worthwhile. That way, when you actually come out of the heartbreak, you have something cool to show for it. Now you have all the time in the world to do what you want to do. Rearrange your whole apartment, paint the bedroom the grey colour that your ex didn't like. You now have time to start a new business, learn to cook, maybe even teach your dog 16 new tricks. Let's be honest, we are the most motivated after a breakup. We change our diet, we work out, we try new haircut, we go back to education, finish that degree, we start to do things we always wanted to do. So accept your newfound freedom and relish in it. This is a very important one. You have to talk to the right healthy people. I know if you are in the UK, the waiting list times for NHS free therapy are stupidly long. So if you can't afford private healthcare, you have to use your friends and family. However, you need to qualify your friends and family. Your family could see you in so much pain and get so annoyed with how upset you are and how depressed you are that they're like, right, just go back to Jason, just message him and geez, get back together. Now, a rule of thumb here is only speak to those who are qualified to give you good advice. So try not to talk to the people that are in toxic relationships, those that are emotionally unstable, those stuck in their own attachment traumas, and those really refusing to seek help. And if you don't have someone, use yourself. Talk to yourself. I've literally had no one before. I've just cuddled myself like this and I've spoke out loud, and that has been talk therapy. You expected this one. Accept the pain and let yourself hurt. And that sucks, I know. But bottling up your emotions doesn't mean they go away. They end up staying in the body somewhere. We end up getting lots of aches and pains, and then they come back to haunt us in the future. Schedule in some time to cry. Literally, schedule it in. You could be like, right, this is my 6 p.m. crying hour. Let me stick on some James Blunt and sob into my sofa cushions. And then at 7 p.m, I'm meeting Rachel for drinks. Give yourself that time. You can drag out your healing more by not feeling the pain. If accepting the pain means that you have to take a week off work to just lay on your sofa, binging Netflix and eating takeaway pizza, then please do it. Your body has gone through a complete shock right now that it's gonna struggle for a while to function. You will get a major amount of brain fog and lose your appetite, and well, you're not gonna be good at your job for the next couple of days or weeks anyway, so take some time off. Cover your basics. This step ties on to the previous one, and that is that when you are accepting the pain of the hurt, allow yourself to feel crappy, but make sure you cover your basics, because if you don't do that, that is when you get into a self-destructive behavior. Some examples of those behaviours could be isolating yourself and purposely avoiding pleasant things, such as refusing to hang out with your friends because you feel that you deserve to suffer and feel this pain. Maybe you are like me and I've had this all of my life. You punish yourself by eating too much or severely controlling how much you are eating. You could indulge in alcohol or drug abuse. You could engage in lots of self-harm behaviour. It could be scratching, it could be punching, cutting, burning. Only you know for sure what you do to feel like you are getting control of a painful situation. Good nutrition, eat some good food. If you have to order from a fancy restaurant a couple of nights, do it. Have lots of water. You're crying, and if you don't top up your water, you get lots of migraines. And give yourself adequate rest time. Keep your body moving too, even if it just means that you walk the dog for an extra 10 minutes a day. Do not dismiss hygiene. Keep your mental clarity alive by doing some daily puzzles. It could be a Sudoku puzzle, it could be a word search, a crossword puzzle, something that is going to keep your brain ticking over. And if this means you do these basics while sat on your sofa crying for the next 2 weeks, then please do it. Do your healing work. Did you know that a breakup can trigger a stress response that is related to a past memory? Kind of like a CPTSD type of vibe. For example, you could be feeling more upset and heartbroken that you are actually alone as opposed to missing your ex. Therefore, each time we deal with stress, our brain recalls a past memory where you felt the same. So in layman's terms, every heartbreak will bring up past heartbreaks. And if you haven't dealt with your dad walking out on you when you were young, you will grieve the loss of your dad during the breakup. And this is why it literally feels so painful. So invest this time in therapy, self-help books, and thinking about your childhood. And on the lines of attachment trauma, I will post a link in the description below, which will help you to identify your attachment style, so you can begin to understand when things weren't as good as they could have been, so that you know how to heal yourself and move forwards and become more stable in life. Please, no rebounds. You cannot immediately replace your ex-partner with someone new. Do not get into another relationship, even a friends with benefits situationship, because it will only cause you more pain. And this is a method of distraction. So this includes staying off internet dating for at least a year after the breakup. I get it, it feels good to feel appreciated and wanted by someone else. However, that should be a sign that you need to work on that, and it's probably because your needs were dismissed in the relationship. If someone jumps into a new relationship under a year, it always raises a lot of eyebrows to me. It just makes me think, someone's got an undiagnosed attachment trauma. Right now, you need to be dating yourself and doing things for you. And if you came from a childhood background of never having your emotional needs met, well then you need to be your own girlfriend. You need to be your own boyfriend and love yourself and give you what you need, because it could be factual that you only ever give people what you think they need and you always miss out. So take your damn self out to fancy dinner. Put on some sexy lingerie just for you. Start no contact. There's so much bad advice on YouTube about going no contact. It literally bores me to tears. Do not stay friends with them. Even if they beg you, remove their belongings from your apartment and get rid of any physical reminders. Remove them from your social media apps. Do not stalk them. Focus on your healing and getting over them. Cut them off completely. Be selfish and don't even do the occasional, hey, I was just throwing out a couple of things and just wondered, do you want to keep all of those train tickets that we collected over the past 6 years? No contact means you do not contact them at all. You have to give yourself time to heal and grow and get over your ex. A lot of people say, I need closure, I need to know why they walked out, I need you to answer your phone and tell me why you chose her over me. And guys, you don't need closure. You just want, let's be real, another chance to rekindle the relationship and to softly manipulate your ex to get back with you. You may not even get the right reason of why they broke up with you. And would it really be soothing for you to know the true reason for the breakup? No, not at all. Oh wait, you broke up with me because you felt insecure and chose to sleep with a lady behind my back who was 10 years younger, very blonde, very tall and very beautiful. Well damn, thanks, I feel good. Hell no. Have hope that happiness will come. You are gonna get through this. You may be thinking, I'm never gonna be happy again. I have to stay feeling crappy every single day. Remember, whatever you focus on actually grows into existence. So if you are constantly believing that you are not good enough, you are never gonna be happy again, you are going to remain in a very self-destructive method of life, and you will choose to avoid lots of fun things. I don't want to take away your pain, because you are allowed to feel crappy for as long as you need to before you can resurface again. But understand this, have you been through tremendous pain before? If you have an attachment trauma, you most definitely have. Have you heard of other people that have had bad breakups and pulled through? They felt happy eventually. You are going to feel happy again. You're not going to believe it right now, but it will come. Time will heal, providing you accept the outcome. Now, acceptance doesn't mean you agree. It just means, you know what? I'm done with the emotional overwhelm. I think that person was terrible for cheating on me, or maybe I was a bad person for cheating on them, but I'm going to lock this away now and get on with my life. I'm ready to move on.